I'm back with more book recommendations. Today we're going to talk about historical romance because I'm like on a low-key mission to bring the historical romance back. Do I have any real power in this? No. I have read actually multiple times all three of these. This is Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. It is hard to pick a Lisa Kleypas to start with, but I feel like this one is a great introductory read. It is the first book in her Hathaway series. It does connect to other books like The Wallflowers, but if you have not read those, you are not missing anything. And I feel like this is also a great example of a Lisa romance. You have class differences. You have, so like the hero is a Romany gypsy and the heroine kind of, she comes from an aristocratic family, but they're just kind of like country, fun loving, and then her brother happens to fall into a title and now they have to figure all of that out. And I love their story and I love this cover. Next is Book of Scandal by Julia London. I feel like people do not talk about Julia London very often, and I am one of those people. I should talk about her more. This, I believe, was my first book by her. It was also the first romance novel that ever made me cry. So this is a second chance romance, which is one of my favorite like tropes. It is a marriage in trouble, but honestly, like, the marriage has fallen apart. It is not just in casual trouble. It is just that divorce is so hard. And so these two people did love each other. And then I will tell you what happened because I don't think this is really, I feel like this is an important thing to know, is that they experienced the loss of a child and that rips them apart. And so then because of things going on in the story, they like come back together, and it is just so, I have never gone through this kind of loss, but it is so raw, so real. It is a beautiful story, like it's a beautiful romance, but it is a beautiful story. And the third one, I had to talk about Julia Quinn. And I'm going to recommend a Bridgerton novel, and that is The Viscount Who Loved Me. That is right, I am skipping over The Duke and I because I don't particularly like that book. And does it really matter if you know Daphne's story? No. For a long time, The Viscount Who Loved Me, Anthony Bridgerton's story, was my favorite. It has slowly been replaced with An Offer from a Gentleman, but I do still really enjoy this. It is kind of a like bickering romance, not enemies to lovers. I feel like people throw that term around a little too loosely, but Kate and Anthony definitely bicker and pick at each other, which I really like. He is also a rake, so this is kind of a reformed rake story. Other thing I really enjoy about this and the Bridgerton series as a whole is just the family elements with the Bridgertons and the family elements with Kate. So she has a stepsister and a stepmom, and it is such a wonderful, beautiful relationship.